All right, Saagar, what are you looking at?
Well, Elon's purchase of Twitter has me thinking a lot about the state of social media and the internet. I'm in a strange position. I literally owe my entire livelihood to the internet. Yet, I don't think I've ever been less happy with the internet. My own personal usage is at an all-time low. My reliance on it is at an all-time high. It's something obviously I and many others need to square with our modern online economy, but it's also one that has us asking a lot of big questions. What does a reset might look like, and what are some potential benefits to it? A lot of this is sparked by a discussion Krystal and I had yesterday about verification, with The Verge reporting that Musk is planning to charge $20 a month to verified users who want to remain so on the platform. The theory behind it is a few things. Number one is something Musk has been obsessed with, eliminating bots on the platform and verifying that there's a real person behind the keyboard. Number two, though, seems more interesting, trying to fulfill his initial quota of making nearly half of Twitter's revenue come from subscriptions alone. I personally love that idea, especially as co-head of a subscription business like Breaking Points. What we know here well is that the more reliant that you are on paying subscribers, the less you are influenced by market trends. We have Amazium premium subscribers, so if YouTube censors one of our videos, or if they play games with the algorithm, or if Apple Podcasts decides tomorrow to take us off, not only will we not starve, but the business would be fine. It's telling, as Krystal said yesterday, that one of the very first things Elon did as CEO of Twitter was post a missive to Twitter advertisers asking them to remain calm and patient, while also noting that no changes to content moderation were coming. That came after this report from the Wall Street Journal and Business Insider that major advertisers on Twitter were considering pulling all their ads off the platform if Trump's accounts were restored. And it highlights a central conundrum that any ad-supported business faces. The users are not the customers, it's the people who actually pay. If the people who pay are united in an ideology that is contrary to the benefit of the users, or in this case of the American body politic, then that's a structural problem. For context, Twitter is simply not a very good advertising business. Consider this. In 2021, it earned $4.5 billion from selling ads on the platform, which represented 89% of the company's total revenue. Put that up against Facebook or Google, which made a respective $117 billion or $250 billion in the same time period. We're talking about a platform which is simply a fraction of that. Or consider its daily users. Twitter, for all of its cultural cachet, has only 300 million daily active users. That's if you believe them on how many bots are on the platform. Facebook has 1.9 billion. Google has even more, with literally 8.5 billion searches per day on the platform. We essentially have a situation where Twitter has the same cultural cachet as these giants, but with a fraction of its user base and its revenue. That is why Twitter was losing money. In fact, in only 2 years of the company history did they ever make a profit. After those years, Wall Street kept pressing them for growth, and they were totally unable to deliver, both on users and by definition of revenue. As much as I believe in Elon as an entrepreneur, I think the fundamental problem is that Twitter is simply not a good business, especially for ads. But clearly, it does add value. When you put it up against Facebook or Google, it is arguably even more influential at an elite level. The discussion and the activity which is generated on Twitter potentially impacts hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars of our entire economy. The problem is that none of that value is being currently captured by the company. It's dispersed. And so that's why I think charging for verification actually misses the mark. To me, it's quite simple. The value of Twitter is both to the users who can get instantaneous access to information, opinions, and discussions, but also to the people who are wielding that influence. It's the latter group, enmeshed in the discourse, for lack of a better word, that can't lose that. Not only is it part of their identity, but it is literally part of their business. So if that's the case, simply charging them for it, the more that I think about it, the more I think that people should be charged per follower count. And to be clear, I actually think it should be free for the vast majority of users. Dollars should not even come into play until you hit like 25,000 followers. The exact numbers of users with that many followers is not publicly available. But considering that the average person has only 700 followers, we can surmise it's not that many people. But the point is that those larger accounts, let's take one like mine, it has approximately 378,000 as of this writing, should have to pay for the ability to engage with the people who follow me. Why? Because presumably I am getting more of a value for my ability to communicate with my audience than whatever the prospective fee that Twitter would charge me. And as I said in my original tweet on the subject, the price should be tiered, especially weighted to making major enterprise brands pay a lot of money. Consider this. Right now, people can tweet at American Airlines or some other brand about a problem they are experiencing. That brand can then reply in real time, message them, and solve their problem for them via Twitter DM, all on the Twitter platform. But at the same time, American Airlines does not have to pay anything to Twitter for that privilege. Even though, if you were to design a customer service platform, you probably could not create a better one than that. And if you presented it in that way from its inception, of course the companies would pay. At a basic level, consider Krystal and I, as a small business, have to pay all kinds of fees to run it, including to MailChimp to send emails, communicate with our customers, Zapier to ensure that our mailing list is operable, podcast hosting platforms to publish our episodes, and many more. All the fees I listed are tiered. The bigger your list or audience, the more that you pay. Presumably, the value because you're deriving is more than what you're paying. And finally is a real question. Why do I even care? I'll tell you why. Because I was made on Twitter. It's the first place I ever got to engage in discussions and debates, and I was a lot younger, and I cared a lot about it. As a junior reporter, it gave me a space to publish my work, to get noticed, to distribute it. There's zero way I'd be here without it. I want it to both be better and to actually become a viable business, not just a vanity play for Elon Musk. Bringing profitability and aligning incentives properly drive us away from the internet that we're all living in right now, where we all need it, but we don't really like it. And if you take away anything from this, at least remember this. If you are using something for free online, you are not the customer, you are the product. And Krystal, I did this, because I hope it influenced.
Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.